We all remember the chilling moment we realized that no one was coming to our rescue anymore. Was it a new job, parenthood, or the weight of a decision only you could possibly make? Crossing that invisible line means there is no going back to the safety of before. This feeling is ancient, predating cities, farming, and written history itself, hidden within our deepest bones. Imagine being 8 winters old, when birthdays did not exist, and your true age was just a mystery. But this morning felt different. The usual routine of staying behind with the little ones had vanished. For the first time, the men did not tell you to stay back. They handed you a spear. The shaft was too long, the stone point too heavy, and your palms were slick with nervous sweat. No one explained the task. They only waited for the answer to the single, silent, terrifying question. Are you still just a child? Or have you finally become someone who can survive the wild? You have watched others leave camp at dawn, carrying spears, only to return at sunset, forever changed. Some returned standing straighter, greeted with a new kind of respect, invited closer to the warmth of the fire. Now it is your turn. The group moves through the wet grass, and you must follow without looking back. Your heart is racing, not from the animal you haven't even seen, but from the truth you already understand. This is not just a hunt. It is the moment your entire future within this group is decided. When scientists studied how ancient humans raised their children, they found something that contradicted our assumptions. We once pictured them as brutal and careless, but the evidence shows a tenderness that seems almost modern. They protected their children, healed them, and grieved for them with an agonizing gentleness. Which makes the first kill so strange. If they protected their children so closely, why hand them a spear? They walked them straight towards something that bleeds, because the survival of the group depended on it. The answer lies in the reason this moment existed. Every member had to become worth their share of the food. It is not a simple matter of hunger. It is a complex test of whether you can cross the line. Most assume the first kill was about food, but it was really about proving you belong to the group. The child was a terrible hunter. Weak arms, no timing, and absolutely no patience for the hunt. If survival was just about raw calories, sending a child out to hunt was a waste of a good spear. So the first kill was never really about the meat. It was about the moment you crossed a line. On one side, you were fed, protected, and loved because you were a passenger in the group.
On the other side, you were useful, and a group facing extreme hardship could not afford passengers. The only question was ever when, and the moment you understood that, the spear changed. It stopped being a tool and became a door. Walk through it correctly, and you belong forever. So what happened when a real prehistoric child walked toward that line for the very first time? You are crouched low, knees soaked, and the men have gone quiet in that specific way. Up ahead, there is an animal, maybe a young deer that drifted from the herd. That detail matters far more than it looks, so hold on to it. They didn't point you at the most dangerous prey. They picked something you could realistically bring down. Sit with what that actually means. The adults did nearly all of the work. They read the tracks, closed the distance, and cornered the animal, wearing it down.
Then they stepped back and deliberately left the last part for you. It was not a fair fight. It was never meant to be one. The test was never whether you could hunt. The test was whether you could walk through with it.
You are not just a child anymore. You have become a member of the tribe. This is the moment that quietly decided everything for the rest of your life.
Look closely at your hands. What do you see in the lines and swirls? They hold the map to who you are and where you come from.
For a while, sleep isn't simple anymore. The eyes keep appearing in your dreams. But the memory of the first kill becomes a foundation, a quiet strength you carry.
You learn that being counted on means shouldering the weight of what being counted on costs.
And that is the secret they never spoke of. The first kill was not about the animal.
It was about the group, the trust, and the quiet, agonizing love that kept everyone alive. Every generation learned it, quietly, without a single word spoken aloud. You are the story now, and the little ones will watch you, just as you watched them. They will look for the line, for the fear, and for the strength in your eyes. And you will know exactly what they are waiting for, because you were there too. We are all still here, connected by the same silent, heavy, necessary lessons. The fear is not the enemy. It is the fuel for the strength that keeps us together.
So carry the weight, share the meat, and remember the quiet strength of the first kill. The story doesn't end when the animal falls. It only begins to shape who you become. And you will find, in the quiet, that you were ready all along. Because the first kill was just the beginning of the long, shared story of us.
We are the survivors of the silent, the brave, and the ones who understood that we belong together.